bespoke can never be a one-time fashion. It's actually not fashion itself. Fashion is actually very different from bespoke. Bespoke is you creating a garment for someone the way they want it to be bespoken for. So in terms of what you're saying about sustainability, yes, it can be sustainable, but where do we start from? Because at the end of the day, you work with the constraints and the things that are available to you. So in this country, if we're saying we're going to be sustainable, which platform are we starting from? That's a problem. Because if our shock is going to be sustainable, we have 1,000 other guys doing the same thing. So how are these guys, how is there a platform where these guys can understand this is the rules and to follow to be able to embrace sustainability? That's the biggest problem that we have, especially in this garment making industry. It's very vague. It's very infant. And growing is a bit of a problem because at the end of the day, we don't get enough support, as she's saying, that we enough support to be able to grow to that level where we're having these conversations about sustainability. Right now, people are having conversations about how can I sell? How can I make money? How can I eat? How can I get up tomorrow? When it comes to conversation about sustainability, people are not on that level yet. So that's where we are now. We are still here, we're not here. We have to be comfortable enough and open-minded enough and learned enough to be able to have that conversation about sustainability. And the industry, as people take it, mtumba and garment making, is still a jua kali industry. So if you don't empower these people to get to that level where they're having these conversations, we'll never get to that level.
Right, between the mtumba sector and garment making, there is a very not so spoken about middle ground, that is importation of ready-made clothes, especially from China. It comes in cheaper, traders usually put a little bit of profit on it, and then they sell them. And this is a direct competition for the both of these sub-sectors. What's your personal opinion, or what is your personal experience from this?
Actually, what she's saying is exactly the same as the problem we're facing, taxation. You're charging them almost double now to clear one container. You're charging us 35% on 1 meter of fabric. And then this person importing suits and garments from China and Turkey is paying less. So what are you trying to show people? That all of us should buy clothes from China, and so what are we selling and saying made in Kenya? Or we are empowering people like Cathy to be able to grow a business. The business she has known for the last 10 years, business that she wants her children to continue working in. So what are you telling them? You're killing Cathy, you're killing Ashok, you're empowering Turkey and China. So where are we heading to? It's actually not competition if you're not competing on the same level. It's never competition.
Right, Cathy, do you feel like the entrance, mtumba is quite, it's sustainable fashion. Mm-hmm. And then there is, the large-scale importation from countries such as China and Turkey. He feels like they're taking advantage, or they're getting more advantage from this, as these two particular creativity-needing subsectors war on. What's your personal opinion on this?
Yeah, of course, there's so many China that is coming in right now in Gikomba. For some time, we tried actually going on the streets to make them back off. But I don't know, I don't like talking about the government so much. But how do these people get in that much, so cheaply? How are they able to bring their containers and sell them at 6,000, a bale at 6,000? Well, a bale from Canada goes for maybe 15,000, the cheapest. And the one from China goes for even less than 5,000. You wonder how they get into the market, how they get to Kenya. Like they empower, our people empower the foreigners more than us. They would like to kill us, the people who are in mtumba business, the millions, just to make sure the Turkey gets into Kenya. Or I told you about Isili yesterday. So many of them, cheaply, so cheap. So even if you want us to wear maybe Kenya, things made in Kenya, a dress in Isili costs around maybe 500. He cannot afford to make a dress worth 500. So whatever happens behind there, we don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Cathy, you've been in the industry for almost 10 years now. I think you're
10
going
years.
to be hitting 10 years very soon.
Yeah.
After COVID-19, the Mtumba sector was hit like maybe no other